Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. Question. Should you get a secured business credit card for your startup? And I'm going to tell you, if you don't have business credit and you don't have strong personal credit, I would tell you yes. But there's three types of secured business cards that I would prefer for you to go after, because those are the ones that's going to give you the biggest impact on your business credit file, especially as you start to rebuild your business credit as well as your personal credit to get access to more funding. Alright, so the first one we're talking about is Wells Fargo. Yes, Wells Fargo. Now, the reason you want to deal with Wells Fargo is not only because it uses FICO 9, it pulls Experian FICO 9, but with the Wells Fargo secured business card, now some areas, some regions of the country, they may not offer the Wells Fargo secured card, okay, business secured card, okay? So you have to check with your lending institution. But if you're able to get it, the lines go from 500 up to 5,000, okay? And periodically after 6 months, they start checking your account and stuff, making sure you pay your account down and stuff like that on time, paying your bills on time. And the reason you want to do that is because after 6 months or so, sometimes it may take longer, they may turn it into a regular unsecured credit card, okay? So that's number one. All right, now the second card that you want to consider is the First National Bank of Omaha. Okay, now with the First National Bank of Omaha, you do have to put a higher down payment on a secured business credit card. All right, and so for their secured business credit card, and also it's you don't have to worry about your credit, so that's a good thing. But their secured business credit cards go from 2,000 up to 100,000. Okay, so there's no hard credit check. The good thing about it is that, again, First National Bank, it's a FICO 9 credit pool. Okay, credit bank. Okay, so what that means is that as you work on building up your business credit and you're using these secured business credit cards, all right, you should be working on your personal credit. Okay, now I do have a couple of unsecured credit cards that don't even look at the personal credit, or they may look at the personal credit, but you can have a low credit score in order to get approved for those. So we're going to talk about that one in a minute. Now, another one is the Bank of America. Okay, let me back up, okay, because I think it'll help you. Wells Fargo as well as Bank of America, okay, they both pull they both report to Small Business Financial Exchange, okay? And then that information is pulled over from Small Business Financial Exchange, pulled over to Dun and Bradstreet. So they do not report to Dun and Bradstreet, all right? So just keep that in mind. But what I wanted to talk to you about was that the Bank of America Business Advantage, okay? Now, that business secured card, it starts at $1,000, okay? And it has no annual fees, no origination fees, or none of that. All right, the good thing about it, it does turn into a unsecured card, all right? So that's the good thing about it. The First National Bank of Omaha, that card, I think Wells Fargo, they start checking after 6 months. First National Bank starts checking your file after, I think it's 7 months. Yeah, I'm almost certain it's 7 months, okay, that they start checking your file, checking to see if they can unsecure the card, okay? Now, Bank of America is usually after 7 months as well, where they decide if they want to unsecure it and make it a unsecured card, okay? So that way they give you your money back, and now you have a unsecured business credit card. Now, here's what I would do. What I would do is I would possibly, if I've set up my company, and if you don't know how to set up your company properly, click the link in the description to schedule a one-on-one consultation for that. But I would probably open up a business bank account with Wells Fargo, First National Bank, or Bank of America. I always tell people it's always good to have 2 or more business checking accounts anyway, business bank accounts. That way, with one company, you're able to raise more capital much faster that way. So that's the reason that I would do it. Now, some lenders that if you have a low credit score, okay, 580 credit score, then you're possibly looking at the Capital One Spark Classic card, the gold one, okay, because they will work with you with a 580. Now, they pull your FICO 8, all right. Let me back up. With the Bank of America, okay, it is a hard pull, okay, and with the Bank of America, they work on FICO 8 Experian bank card. So just keep that in mind. Wells Fargo is your Experian FICO 9. First National Bank, although Wells Fargo and First National Bank, they don't do a hard pull for the business credit cards. But in terms of trying to get like a regular unsecured business credit card, they do FICO 9 Experian, okay? So that way you guys know. Now, that being said, back to the Capital One Spark Classic card, the gold one, it's a 580 credit score, FICO 8. You know that now this here, they do have a Capital One that does not report on the personal side. It's the Capital One Spark Classic, but it's the green one. It's not the gold one, okay? So if you have a low credit score, like I said, around a 580, then you want the gold one, okay? Because it is an unsecured credit card. If you want an unsecured credit card, all right. Now you also have Tapago. Now Tapago, their business credit card, you actually have, it's an EIN only, but you have to have your business been in business for at least 6 months with at least $5,000 in revenue. All right. Adding to that, you have Capital on Tap. Now, Capital on Tap, again, their revenue, and you have to have an annual revenue at least $30,000. You can be in business less than a year. Then you have Corpei. Now, Corpei will do a hard pull. Unfortunately, they will do a hard pull on your Experian FICO 8. Now, I know for some of you all, you're trying to figure out what's the difference between your FICO 8 and FICO 9. Click the link in the description. Actually pull your real credit file, because that's where 90% of the banks, they check that system, okay? That way you can know the difference between your FICO 8, your FICO 9 credit cards, okay? Now, one more to add to that is Divvy. Now, Divvy offers a line of credit, okay? And the good thing about Divvy, now, let me back up with Corpei. Corpei reports Experian and Dun & Bradstreet. Capital One Spark Classic, it's Experian, Equifax, Small Business Financial Exchange, and that information is shared with Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, so you know. And then the Tapago card reports to Dun & Bradstreet. All right, so that way you at least have a better sense of who reports where. Now, going back to Divvy, Divvy is a soft pull, okay? Tapago is a soft pull. Corpei is a hard pull, all right? So keep that in mind. But your Divvy, pull your Experian FICO 9, so it's not a hard pull. It offers a line of credit if you don't get approved, okay, for the Divvy line of credit. Still get the Divvy credit builder, because it still reports a Small Business Financial Exchange, as well as that information is shared with Dun and Bradstreet. Okay, so for a startup, yes, you should. If you don't have a business credit file and you have a low credit score, yes, you should get a secured business credit card. Okay, so this is Houston. If you have any questions, again, click the link in the description, schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.